This is a whole new ball game, and it is much harder.
All I have is my bare hands.
If we don't have fire, it's gonna be miserable.
There's a snake.
You're about to die.
Hey, so scared.
So much stuff we can use.
We can use that to make fire.
Oh, jungle gods, make this work.
Guys, hey, chill the
out.
I want to go home. We are so...
Naked and Afraid Castaways, new series, Sunday, July 30th at 8 on Discovery.
Kerra, Andrew, Jeff in Las Vegas.
Hey,
Jeff,
Jeff.
what's up? Man, I am such a fan of
Las
this.
Vegas is my hometown.
Is it really? Are you in Vegas now?
I am not. No, I live in Nashville, but I grew up in Las Vegas.
Oh my gosh, that's great. I'm born and raised here in Las Vegas too. So it's great to meet another local.
Yeah.
Well, man, I'm cheering.
I've lost lots of money in Vegas, so that's basically the same.
Well, Andrew, thank you for visiting, and I hope you come back soon. You guys, I mean, I'm a huge fan of Naked and Afraid, and this one is just the most extreme version I've ever seen. And you know, Kerra, you're stranded on a remote island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Unlike the past shows, you start with nothing, no knives, no pots, no fire starters. I mean, you had to really be in a certain state of mind to enter this time, didn't you?
Absolutely. You have to come in strong because you have nothing. It was quite the challenge. So.
And Andrew, Ultimate Naked and Afraid Challenge, you're working in teams of 3. Is it essential that you work together?
Huge. I think teamwork makes the biggest difference out there. Just kind of that positive mindset. Let's get through this together. And not everybody does that out there in the history of Naked and Afraid. There's a lot of people like, this is about me. I want to prove that I'm the best and this is my adventure. And I'm not that way. I'm like, we are a team. Let's work together. Let's survive this thing together. So it could be different mindsets, but I think the teamwork has a much better success rate than anyone that's trying to do this alone.
And Kerra, items were found from what, shipwrecks that were on the island? What else did you find items for to survive in this series?
We had to find items for everything. We couldn't survive without fire. We can't survive without clean water, something to carry water in. So we had to find all of those items. Otherwise, it was not going to happen for us. So yeah, based off of debris that washed ashore, shipwrecks, whatever we could find, we used.
And Andrew, how often did you want to give up? I mean, were there just days like, look, I'm done with this, but you know, what kept you going?
Everyone has different points. It may be on day 2, it may be on day 20. Everyone gets to a point where your brain falls into this like dark jungle and it's just like, man, should I be here? Why am I here? Am I good enough to be here? I feel like that is a common thing, but the skill is finding out how to talk your brain back into what do I got to do? What do I got to do to survive and get out of here alive?
And Kerra, you were on the show before. What made this one so different?
Yeah, this one was a group element. My challenge back in Zambia in Africa, it was just me and my partner, Matt Garland. And this challenge, one, it was in a totally different environment. You know, I'm here on a deserted island, it's jungly, whereas in Africa, I was in the bush. So completely different animals, completely different environment, and completely different people. It was a group setting. I was in a team, you know, of 2 other people. And then, you know, unbeknownst to me, gonna end up with a bunch of other people. So this challenge is night and day. There's no comparing the 2 challenges.
And Andrew, this is a question for both of you, but what's that one thing you were always thinking about while you were doing this challenge? Was it a bed? Was it a certain food item like McDonald's? I mean, what were you always thinking about?
Absolutely. All of us talk about food about nonstop out there. I could probably sit down and like describe a corn dog for a solid hour and a half. Just like talking about how amazing a corn dog is. Your brain gets stuck on that for sure. Definitely missing a bed when you're on the ground, or you realize how valuable the comforts from home really are. We take this stuff for granted so much. A sink, to be able to turn on fresh water and just drink that, not have to find it, boil it, let it cool down, has dirt in it. Like a sink, like fresh water is amazing. That's like magic to me nowadays, just turning on the kitchen sink.
Yeah. I, for some reason, got stuck on this loop of really wanting tuna mac. And I could not stop talking about tuna back. I don't know what it was. It was something that I ate as a child that my mother would make for me. And it just felt so comforting. And then aside from that, I really just wanted to brush my freaking teeth. It's gross. You go so long without brushing your teeth and proper hygiene, and you just feel like a shell of a person. So I was really looking forward to when I was able to do that.
I think I'd be talking about pizza all the time and all the different kinds. So I think that's what I would be doing. So
Yes, that was my first meal when I got out, was pepperoni pizza. Once it was all over, and it was magic.
oh, I don't need Naked and Afraid can be on the island to get a pizza. So that's great. Well, guys, congratulations. And Kerra, one final thought here. I'm glad to hear you're from Las Vegas. And I was in Nashville for the first time last month for a film festival. And I visited my first Waffle House. And I mean, I've heard about it my whole life, and I just love it. And the manager even gave me a shirt. I walked away with a shirt and hat, an employee work shirt. So I'm just obsessed with Waffle House now.
I love that for you.
Well, thank you both for joining me today. Good luck with the show, and come visit us soon to Las Vegas. We'd love to have you both. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you.